This is Ben with bkashaaudio.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this sound. This is a dubstep wobble bass sound made in Massive. So to start off, I'm going to start a new instance of Massive. And we have our initialized sound. I'm going to create a new MIDI item that we can just loop. And I'm going to select this note. So we have our very plain initialized sound. For oscillator 1, I'm going to start with a square wave, move it all the way to square, and I'm going to pitch it down 1 octave. For oscillator 2, I'll select the more aggressive screamer oscillator and set all controls to max. Now, I'll move all of the sliders so that the oscillators are routed to filter 1. And for the filter, we'll select a simple low pass 4 and adjust it. Now we have to modulate the filter to create the wobble effect. So I'm going to grab LFO number 5, drag it to the cutoff, and increase the amount of effect it has on the cutoff, the range. Alright, so this is already getting us in the ballpark of the wobble-based sound that we want to make. Now you'll notice that the rate is set to free, so I can adjust this as I like. And we'll get to that in a second. We're going to map a way to control that rate. But first, I'd like to make the sound a little bit bigger and more aggressive. So to do that, for insert 1, I'll add a hard clipper. So a very subtle effect to add more gain and body. And for effect 1, the Bronner tube. And for effect 2, the dimension expander. Alright, so we have a good core wobble sound, but we want to be able to adjust the rate of the wobble. To do so, click and drag a macro control onto the rate, and we're going to set a small range, because if we set it too low, it will be too slow to wobble. It'll just be a slow modulation, and if we set it too high, it'll sound pretty terrible. So I'll go to the Attributes tab, and now if I move macro number 1, so now we can modulate our sound. If we want to draw in automation, what we can do is click on the Effects button. This brings up our effects window, and I'm going to click on Macro Control 1, then click on Parameter, and Show Track Envelope. And now in Reaper we can see the track envelope for the macro control and draw in automation if we like. I'm going to hold down the Control key, and this uses the free draw pencil tool, and I'll just mimic what I did as closely as I can in the first track. Let's give that a listen. And that is a simple wobble-based sound. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.